All right, well, here we are again, feeding the herd, and it is just a beautiful day today. The sun's out and hasn't been out for a while, so it's really nice. You know, nothing new today, really, just checking on the herd, making sure everybody's good, just rolling out some beautiful hay here on some of this pasture here. I do want to show you something here. You know, a lot of times in pasture, you'll have some bare spots, and that may be because you have a brush pile there that you've had to burn, or you've had some stuff that's in the way, or some timber that's fallen, and you really need to be able to re-sow some seed back into that, and so it's fertile ground again. And this is actually one of those areas. This is a pretty good sized area, about 75-80 feet across here, and you can see where it's kind of already starting to heal. I want to show you a picture of what it looked like before. This is what it looked like before, and so it's just a big bare spot. I had cleared out some trees that were along this area here that had been cut up and piled up. We just didn't get to burn them, and sometimes that just happens, so you got to move things around a little bit. I just moved them to the edge of the field there right now. So what we did is I've been rolling hay off into this area, and you can see that it's already starting to look a lot better right now than it did, and that's because that hay has seed in it. It's basically like a fertilizer, really. Creates a really good environment for grass to grow back and things to really start to take root. And this spring, hopefully that'll be a nice fertile area where things will grow back, and we'll come back and check on that in the spring as well. But today we're just feeding the herd again. I've rolled this bale out down into the bottom of this little sinkhole area here. The cattle are coming in. Everybody looks good. You know, there's different theories that people have on rolling out hay, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. You know, get it on the ground, because yes, there will be some waste as far as what the cows don't eat, but as far as what they don't eat, what's left in the ground, they may stomp it in the ground, that sort of thing. They mess, they poop on the ground, and that's okay, because really what that's doing is that's just sowing back into the land. And you know, there's a lot of different theories, like I said, on that. But if you can, go ahead and roll your hay out the rest of the way, which is what we're going to do. We're going to go to the top of the hill here, and we're going to roll the hay out. And as we make our way back up, we're going to just take a look at everybody, make sure everybody looks good. We had a cow that was limping the other day, number 24. So we want to check on her left rear leg. She had an issue. She was limping. She must have stepped on something. I don't think there's anything in her hoof. I took a look, and if we can find her, we definitely want to check. She's an Angus, so she's a black one, kind of a slender cow. And as soon as we can see that she's okay, then that's what we're going to do. So as we go through here, we're going to be looking for her and looking for anything new, anybody that's looks like they may have an issue or anything like that. There she is. There's 24 right there. So this leg right here is the one, and she's favoring it just a little bit there, and it looks like it's a little swollen, you know, but we will keep an eye on that and see how things go there. So she does look like she's putting weight on it though, and she is walking on it a little bit there, so that's good. Kind of hard to see, but that's her right there with the rear to us next to the bull there. All right, everybody looks like they're pretty good. We'll continue to keep an eye on her. You know, you get a cow that has an injury or something like that, we really want to keep an eye on it, because you don't know, you don't want it to develop into something worse. You definitely want to be able to get to her if you have to. And if she doesn't improve in several days, we'll have to get her up, and if things look like they're getting worse, but actually they look like they're getting better. But if they don't improve, we'll get her up and we'll doctor it. And if we have to end up doing that, and we'll show you that as well. But that's the herd today. Everybody looks good. Again, beautiful day. You can see there's the sun right in your eyes, but beautiful day today. Let's roll out the rest of this hay here. And again, we rolled this hay out to the left here, so we're going to try to spear it in such a way that we can go right back up the hill. And if I can do this while holding the camera at the same time, it takes a little bit of maneuvering. There we go. All right, one-handed spear. Let's take it back up the hill. We'll let it roll down again. Feed this out the rest of the way. That way everybody can get to it. Now I do realize that, get out of the way of the tractor there. I do realize that some of you watching are experienced, you know what you're doing, farming, that sort of thing. But as you roll out this hay, sometimes you got to just kind of work at it, kind of pick at the hay, get it loosened up a little bit, and then just give it a good push. And it should unroll. This hay's awful dusty, but that'll be okay. This is really not the best quality roll. If you look at this, this is a little bit stemmy. Now, not all the bales that we have from this batch are like this, but that stemminess that you see, thicker pieces of hay, is likely just a portion of the field where the hay was mowed. You know, some thick areas and that sort of thing, but there's some really good stuff in there too. So as we push this out, we'll just be looking to see. You always want to make sure your hay source is a good source too. We get ours from a guy out of North Carolina, a really nice fella who brings it up on the loads for us. We get, if I remember correctly, I think it's 27 or 28 bales per load. They're 4x5s, and so we have some others that are 5x5, some bigger ones that we fed out before, and you've seen those in previous videos. But and here comes a interested participant in eating the hay. So yeah, you just want to be careful of your source. You want to make sure that where you're getting your hay is a good source. Look at what you get when you get from them as you're feeding it out that winter, and you can make a determination. Let them know if you had issues. It's okay to be honest with people, with your vendors that you're getting the hay from and that sort of thing. Be honest with them and let them know, you know, let them know the problems that you had, if you had problems with their hay. Also, you know what, let them know when things worked out nicely, when there's good things about it. So it's all, communication's important. It's important to keep an eye on the quality of the product that you're feeding your cattle, and all that goes into play as well as you raise your herd. We're gonna get this thing rolled out. I don't think I can do it with one hand here, the way I need to do it, but we'll get it rolled out here as best as possible, and then we'll call it a day. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.